Welcome back, Hunters! I'm the Survivalist, and we returned Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. We're going over the last hunting style for the game to go today. That is going to be going over the Alchemy style. What that has, this is basically a really silly, goofy one. So it's not really something you'll use that much for like trying to make progression-wise, or it's recommended, but like if you're going through low rank and high rank, maybe you'll just want to try it out, see what it offers, or have a little bit of fun with it. But it lets you have access to 3 Hunter arts, so we just got Absolute Readiness. I can't remember what the SP actually does for, like, the hunting arts. I don't know if it, like, just boosts up how quickly you can make up, or, like, you generate more of your hunting art bar or energy or whatever. But we've got that activated, so it'll go off when we do Absolute Readiness. And then just Bullet Guys are in charge shot for just giggles and whatever. We're going to be using a fire build. So I've got Fire Attack +2, Elemental Attack up, Resentment, and Ammo Saver to help with that. And we're going to be using the Dread King Rathlos light bowgun, which is one of the Deviant light bowguns. Now, the only thing that Deviant bowguns, or I shouldn't say bowguns, Deviant weapons seem to do is build up your Hunter arts faster. So it's a way of, like, building up, like, the little special techniques you can use faster for your weapons. For light bowgun, just means you have that evasion or some of the other stuff a little easier and faster. It's not really anything all that spectacular for them, or like they have super stats compared to everything else. They're just kind of alright, really. But yeah, we'll just skip through that. And I think we're going to go off after a couple of Royal Loot drops to start with. Because if I go through the start of G rank here, we've got, let's see. Maybe we'll try for Gypsros today too. Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll do Ludroth and Gypsros. Because that's just Kongas. We've seen Domio Hermitor, the Celtis. We'll probably see with Celtis Queen, because that's where it does justice. So we still got Tetsukabra to go for, and Lagombi. So yeah, we should be through the first rank of G-rank quests after today. So let's start off with a Royal Ludroth, and then we'll deal with Gypsros after. Because we'll probably be able to squeeze in 2 hunts with using fire builds for these 2 monsters. They're both pretty weak to fire element. And we're actually going to the Rune Pinnacle. So this is, again, it was introduced with Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate as a map, but it's admittedly not one of my favorite maps to be on, just because it can be a little bit of a pain to navigate if you, like, don't know the layout that well. Like me, I don't. Now, there's our big guy. So as you can see in the left-hand side there, above our name there's another little bar. That, I think, will get filled up as we get more attacks to connect to the monster and such, but I have to wait and give it some time, too, because I'm not entirely sure. It's been so long since I played around and used Alchemy style. I'm not sure it's all of its ins and outs quite yet. Yeah, it looks like either with enough time or with enough damage and attacks done, it builds up. I gotta get better at aiming. But Alchemy, I think it basically gives you like the same moveset that you kind of have with Striker style. So you can have a sidestep, basic dodge, things like that. The biggest gain is more so what you get out for, like the alchemy ingredients and how that plays out. It's kind of like a support style of a hunting art. You have things where it's like Striker and Guild for like versatility. You have Aerial for like a gimmick of sorts. Valor and Adept are more meant to help you out when it comes to like well, I guess more like offensive and defensive capabilities and such. And Alchemy is, again, one more for like support and auxiliary stuff. It's not really direct to help you against the monsters all that much. Once I can get the barrel charged up to like its full levels there, then we'll go over it more. Yeah, let's use Bullet Geyser there. There we go. Got the sub-quest complete for, I think, breaking the hood or whatever. Or, like, the sponge mantle he has. And yeah, we'll get the charge shot going. Charge shot, I just find, is a nice inclusion on if you're not sure if you'll have enough ammo to take care of a monster. It gives you like an infinite little boost of possible more. Because Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, it is scaled to be multiplayer, so I think it's the monsters have like 1.5 times the health of like their village equivalents. Oh, and there's the Alchemy barrel fully good to go. So yeah, when we get an opening, we'll go through that and use it to get some stuff done. Actually, one of the times both guys came in handy for us. Yeah, the Pierce... When it comes to, like, bowguns, depending on the monster, I think that some elemental builds are better than, like, the meta of, like, a Pierce build for them. But there has to be, like, a certain threshold of what, like, elemental weakness the monster has. I believe Gravios might be one where water builds are better than just the standard Pierce. I may be mistaken on that. I'm trying to think of what other monsters might follow suit with that. I know there's also other monsters where the elemental resistances are so high or they aren't low enough to really warrant it. Whee! And, God, that's where I love the, evasion abilities that you can get in, like, the hunting arts. As they can help you out in some pretty tough spots. Actually, I think he's already limping. Yeah, we'll just use a bullet geyser since we have it charged up. Yeah, the poor guy is limping. Okay, so if we use the alchemy barrel, we basically shake it up and we can pick certain options of, like, we can make food to give ourselves, like, free stamina regeneration, bullets to build up our hunter art gauges more, or we can shake again to get more options, which is an immunizer, which I'm not sure what that really does. I don't know if that, like, cleanses you of old debuffs, sort of like a super deodorant or super antidote. Sonic Bomb, which is just a free Sonic Bomb. Earplugs, one-time use, you have them in. If monster roars, it breaks them, but then that saves you from that. A booster, I'm not sure what that does either. I think that just, like, boosts maybe, like, attack and damage and such. Or, well, your attack and defense. And if we shake again, we have a slick, which I'm actually not sure what the slick does. I think what it does is it... maybe, like, you can combine it with certain things in your inventory to let you get, like, a second of them, or, like, multiple of them. A fireball is like you're launching a fireball at somebody, and then cheer and... yeah, I'm not sure what some of these actually do. SP Mark III. Okay, so what does cheer do? Fills up some of your and nearby allies' arts engage. Okay. Yeah, so that just boosts that up. Again, it's more you're meant for, this is going to be, you're the support player, you're buffing everybody else up, helping them out with all kinds of things, and just having a good time doing that. I do want to show off the fireball, because when it does come to, like, using the style or the hunting art, that's probably one of the funnest draws of it. But yeah, we're basically only done with Royal Ludroth right here. Poor guy was just bullied badly with this build. And the charge shot is showing it does have some nice capability. Mostly in early game stuff like that. It's a nice way to help, like, until you unlock some really powerful weapons later into G rank and such. And it's a good, like, stopgap or a little bit of a filler thing to just help you keep some good damage out if you run out of, like, your heaviest hitting ammo or, like, your main core builds. It still does feel like when it comes to the bow guns, you want to build for a specific type of ammunition, and then if you run out of it, just kind of, either you'll have multiplayer and they'll help clear the monster before you run out, or they'll have a few other means of being able to just finish off their last bits remaining. Oh. I'm surprised that didn't blow up that Nabra. Yeah, carve that. Okay, so we'll go for another hunt after a... let's see. Yeah, let's go for alchemy food. So if we have that, and we have that... Okay, so it's about half the value you get out of a ration, but the reason why is because, again, you can just make an infinite amount of these if you give enough time for the alchemy barrel to charge up. Again, whereas I'd say the striker and guild styles give you the utility of, like, things in combat, you get the utility of support from alchemy style. So I'll send everything off into the box. I don't really need it all, but I mean, I'm just a hoarder. That's kind of like Monster Hunter 101 is just everything goes in the box. And you'll get some use out of it eventually. Whether that's to sell it for parts, make armor or gear, whatever. It has its uses eventually. Yeah, so let me just talk to the market to restock anything we might need. I think we just need just a few more flaming shots and we'll be good to go. Oh, let me also see. Do I have antidotes? I think I do. So we should be fine there. Yeah, toss those back in. The rest can stay. And let's just have another quick meal and then go after Gypsros. And we'll go for a feline temper because of the damage buff. The deviation doesn't really come into play too much with, like, the ranges we're using. Okay, so low, we want G1. Oh, no, sorry, not low rank. We want G rank, G1. Got a little confused there. Yeah, there we go. And after Gypsros in the Rune Pinnacle again. And then we'll see about the Tetsukabra and Lagombi as the next episode, and that'll kill off the G1 quests. Then we're into G2 with a fair helping of more monsters. Alright, I think to find Gypsros... Okay, we'll start using the flaming, and we will make the alchemy fireballs today, as depending on how long the episode takes, because Gypsros is another one. If you can get the attacks on its tail... Oh, you're... Oh, we're looking for a Gypsros, not a Yonkaku. I guess, well, it's better, I guess, to have a Yonkaku show up than a Devil Joe. Yeah, so that's just another extra monster in the locale. We won't worry about that too much, though. Because there's what we're after. Yeah, try to be mindful of the poison he does. This might actually be a fight where having the alchemy style might be helpful, depending on how much poison you get hit by. Because with the ability to make up, like, the, there's gotta be, like, one of the alchemy things is, like, an antidote you can use or pop off for yourself. Oh, got hit by that. But yeah, I don't know how long this hunt will take. It all depends on how many hits I can get in against its tail. Because that elastic tail is the weakest part of Gypsros. And whether it's raw or elemental damage you're using, they both hurt him a fair bit if you can get the connection there. Or getting run over by him. Yeah, I think I'll try the charge shot to see if I can take out the crystal on his head. Because Gypsros is a little bit of an annoying monster to hunt sometimes with the flash crystal that he has on him. Or like the... I think it's actually a Nova crystal? You actually can break it and you'll get like a mineral from it. And it's like the same type of mineral you can get out of some mining nodes too. Oh yeah, got caught by it again. Yeah, it's a little hard to dodge. If you're using Adept or Valor, it's very easy to counteract that. Because it does count as like you're getting hit from the monster. Fortunately, he dodged back with the same idea I had to use. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about any more flashes from him. Well, we do have to be careful of the Uncut Coup being here. Just because the monsters, they don't really interact with one another for attacks like we've gone over. Yeah, we got the wrong monster in the trap. I was hoping for Gypsros there, but thankfully with the crystal on his head broken, he'll keep trying to use it as if it's still there, so it gives you a lot of openings for easier attacks in. And get some more damage out on him. Oh, yeah, one thing to have to be careful of, too, is that Gypsros will steal some of your stuff if his beak attacks hit. Oh, shoot. Got hit by the poison. Oh, and got run over. Yeah, we'll just pop that for safety's sake, as we are getting a little knocked around between the two of them. Okay, unfortunately, I don't actually know where Gypsros is going to be flying off to, so we'll try to keep an eye on where, direction-wise, it's going. Okay, I think we're going the right way to follow up with them. But now that we have the Alchemy barrel up to full, you can go through, like, all the options super quick here, if you know what you're aiming for. There we go, 2 fireballs. And that's SP Mark II. I don't exactly know what that means. I think it is mostly for getting off your, like, hunter arts a little bit better. But yeah, all Alchemy Fireball is basically what it says. You just launch a fireball up in the air and connect with the monster. If it... I shouldn't say it, like, auto-connects. You have to be kind of aiming with it, but it's just like a fun little goofy thing. It's not really all that damaging or powerful. I don't know if there's a way you could use, like, say, a bomb boost and it gets damage increases. But again, if you're hunting with a group of people and you want to be the support guy and have some fun options, that's where that can come in handy. Oh. And we've got Gypsrose's trademark ability here. Yeah, the Feign Death is probably what Gypsrose is most known for. Well, that and the unending stamina it usually has. Because I think it's one of the few monsters outside of, like, the Elder Dragons and, like, Hyper monsters that actually never runs out of stamina or, like, runs low on it. It also gives you... I think Dash Juice is one of the, like, quest rewards or possible carves. Oh, my mistake. He can run out of stamina. He's actually low right now. Maybe it's just that it has, like, a really high threshold compared to other monsters. Oh, still getting knocked around pretty good, aren't I? Okay, fired way too early for that. Yeah, let him go. I'm actually going to take a quick look at the... Actually, you know what? I'll wait and see what direction he's flying, so that way I can try to think of where to go to find him. Looks like straight south that way. Okay, if I go for... I think it's weapon controls and into the bow gun. Yeah, here's where I can read up a little more on alchemy gauge and such. Okay, alchemy bullets, yeah, fill heart. They fill your arts gauge faster, load into all bow guns, and that's it. Not really anything else about what the alchemy does, though. Like, I thought there'd be a little write-up on what each of the alchemy stuff is, but... Okay, let me see... I wanted to use the alchemy barrel, and I think it was the slick I wanted to check out. Because everything else I was pretty aware of. Yeah, so what does the slick do? Crystallized alchemy barrel contents might not try combining it with other alchemy items. Oh, okay, I think I know what that means. So as we've seen, like, the booster, the earplugs, the fireballs, you can combine it with that to make more of the other item. So whereas I only get, like, say, the 2 alchemy fireballs, maybe I can combine that with the alchemy slick and get more. Oh, and Gypsrose is flying off again. I actually don't mind that, because that'll give me a chance to let the alchemy barrel kind of like boost up and see possibly what I get out of using it. Although, I don't know if I'm going the right way to find Gypsrose. I don't think so. Oh, no, I am. Okay, this time we won't be fooled. So I'm just going to use the bullet geyser here. Let that get all its procs off. But I thought Gypsrose only did it once per quest, but I guess not. Okay, now let me just see. If I use this... And let's go for... Yeah, we'll go for Alchemy Booster. Now I should be able to do that with... Wait, I can't? But... So I guess it only works with certain items. Okay, and the Alchemy Booster, what does that do? Allows you to fill Alchemy gauge more quickly for a while. Oh. So that would just be good to get, like, as your very first item. Yeah, I kind of wish I knew that before I made it. So I guess you want to kind of start with getting the booster made up first, and then go into making some other stuff with the alchemy things. Again, it's like a fun, silly little system to work with, but not something I'd probably recommend for, like, if you're trying to do progression-wise. If you're hunting with some friends or that and just want to have some silly fun or be the buff person, that's your way of going in. But that covers all the hunting styles the game has. The hunting arts, we've gone through mostly the important ones. The other ones that are there aren't anything like too spectacular or will really see much use. So maybe we'll try alchemy out once more and just see what else we can do with it. Because we do have the Tetsukabra and the Gombi hunts to go off on, and maybe I'll use one of my normal builds for that, or like normal shot builds. But yeah, that was elemental build. Against the right monsters, they are incredibly potent, but you have to almost know how much... You basically have to know how weak the monster is, and outside of using like an outside resource like Kiriniko, I think it's called, or Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate Decks, one of the ways you can kind of find out is when you go to Forge Armor, you'll see like elemental breakdowns here about like what things they're weak to. So like Grimclaw Tigrex, weakest to Thunder. Nakarkos, weakest to Dragon. So use, like, there are some in-game resources to help you out with it. Not the best, but it's at least better than nothing. Monster Hunter World and Forward has thankfully been very helpful for giving you that inside info to know much more easily. So it makes it a lot nicer to have that quality of life touch there. But for now, we're going to end this episode right here. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave them comments right down below. Until I do catch you all in the next video episode, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.